My name is Geraldine Gibbs, and I live at Blakeney Road and have been there for 85 years. And I was there when the Second World War started. And not that I can remember much about it, but I do know that God must have been right with me right from the beginning of my life. Knew what was going to happen. I didn't, but he did. And it was when I was nearly 14, after being at Ebe about 5 years, that I sat in the little room out there, and I can remember it so clearly. 3 of us were there, Eileen Morris, June Hayden, and myself at that time, with our 3 friends. And we remembered that this man talked about God, and I knew, even as young as that I needed him in my life. So there's been several times. Many of you might know in 2020, just right out of the blue, I was talking to a neighbour, perfectly quite normal. We'd had a lovely time, lovely day, and the next I knew, what I can remember really, that I was in Southmead Hospital, and I was like a dream. I went back all through my life again, and all the different traumas, all the different things. That's all I can remember. I can't remember much. And it was at the end of that I was sent then to, I can't remember this, I was in Bath Hospital, Southmead Hospital, Bath Hospital, Western Hospital, and I knew then that there'd been something wrong with me, but I didn't know what. And then I was taken to a place, lots of people don't know, I didn't know it, was called Callington Road. I think it's a psychiatric hospital. And it was there that I felt the most fear I'd ever felt in my life, because I was well aware that something had happened to me, but I didn't know what. And I can remember one night, I thought, I've got to get out of this place. And I know this sounds a bit stupid, but I thought, I'm going to dial 999 and tell the police they're holding me against my will. And then it was just as if God said, don't be silly, Jerry. You know, you're safe. You're just like Paul. Paul was in prison. And I don't know why Paul came into my life as well. But I felt after that God had his hand on me, very, very much so. One of the things that my sister, was very, very dear to me, and my brother-in-law, both of them, this is in a nutshell, both have got dementia. And it got to a stage where there was danger. Jeff nearly caught the place on fire, although they don't realise this. And the thought that I had to make a decision that they were in a home, to go in a home, and there God's hand was on it, because I rang a friend of mine who was a friend of mine, and I said to her, when Peter was in that home, what was it like? She said, Jerry, it was a wonderful home. So I said, so I'm wondering about Chris and Jeff. And then 3 days later, my cousin also knows the Lord. She rang me and said, Jerry, I hope you don't think I've taken things in my hand, but I found, I think, a really lovely nursing home. And I felt God, once again, had his hand on me, and it was the right place for them to go.